Hello, welcome to StogieBoys.com Week 6 NFL Preview. It's Glen here, my buddy Paulie. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the NFL upcoming week. And before I do that, I'm smoking a Cohiba. Black Maduro.
Yeah.
Very nice, pretty strong.
Yeah, very.
For midday, but I love it.
Very heavy duty.
I like it.
Yeah. And I'm smoking a Diesel Unlimited D5. It's a Robusto size. Great cigar. For Diesel, this one is medium to full, I would say.
All right. Well, what do you think about Week 5? Let's talk real quick about that.
Glenn, it was a very good week. I thought it was an exciting week in the NFL. Had a couple of big upsets, I thought. One of them was Seattle beating the Giants. No one predicted that, the lowly Seattle Seahawks. The other was Tim Tebow coming out.
Tebow, that's your guy.
Yeah, I like Tebow. He's a competitor.
Hate him.
And he came out in relief in the late third quarter. He directed 2 drives for touchdowns and a comeback effort, and then he actually directed another one in the last few seconds. They put him in a place to potentially win. Well, they did lose the game for sure. But
what else? Is there anything else?
He's a rookie. Who knows? It might be his team now.
Yeah, it's over. What about the most disappointing team? What are you thinking?
Hands down, it's got to be the Philadelphia Eagles. They were picked to be in the Super Bowl by many before the season started, and they're 1-4. A lot of big plays from this team for sure. But
who beat them?
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
4-1.
People are still picking against the Bills.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine that they were underdogs at home, 3-1.
Right.
We knew better, though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we picked the Bills, I think.
Absolutely.
Have we ever not picked the Bills?
No.
No. We're going to pick them this week, probably?
That's right.
All right, very good. Well, why don't we get into Week 6?
All right, Glenn, let's get into our first game for Week 6 here. And, of course, as always, we're doing our beloved Bills. Bills are facing off against the New York Giants in New York. And as usual, the Bills are underdogs by about 3.5 right now.
Yeah.
What do you think about this game, Glenn?
Well, I think the line's about right. I would say 2 to 3. I do believe the Bills are going to win. Of course, not just because we're Bills fans, but they're 4-1, and the Giants are sort of headed in the wrong direction. The Bills are headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a lot of Buffalo fans traveling to this game. Defensively, from Buffalo's standpoint, they lead the league, I believe, in turnovers.
Right.
Takeaways,
right.
I should say. In the
5 last week.
5 against Vic.
Yeah.
4 interceptions. Manning, I think, how many did he throw?
4.
He threw 4.
Yeah.
So he may be in for a long day. I think they're feeling some pressure. They're going to want to stretch the Bills defensively.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But as porous, that's your word.
Right.
That's your word.
That's my word.
As porous as the Bills' defense has been in terms of yards, again, it's all about the W. And they got that W. What's your take on this game?
Well, I think that Eli Manning, Brandon Jacobs are no match for the opportunistic defense of the Bills. I mean, they swarm the ball and they turn it over for sure. And the running game, in addition, for New York Giants has been woeful the last few games. I mean, they lost to the lowly Seahawks last week. And that may say it all. They're on the way down.
Well, what do you think about, Donald Jones, the number 2 receiver for the Bills? Doesn't look like he's going to play.
Doesn't matter. Whoever they plug into that position wins. Roosevelt comes into the game, got 5 catches, 2 or 3 of them were in clutch situations. And who's Roosevelt, right?
He's a president, right?
Right.
And Teddy Roosevelt was he president also?
Bills by 3.
Now the Bills will win more like 14. It'll be about 35-21.
All right.
All right.
Okay, Glenn. I think you'll agree with me that smoking cigars is the greatest pastime known to man, right?
Well, second greatest.
Right.
First being eating, of course.
That too. It's hard to tell that we think that, right? Every cigar smoker is a hero in my mind, and I know yours as well.
Yeah.
But we always like to talk about some of the great heroes throughout the years that have smoked cigars, and one of them that comes to my mind is Ulysses S. Grant. He was a general in the Civil War, and a great general in the Civil War for sure. He beat Robert E. Lee at the end there, and he smoked a hell of a lot of cigars.
Yeah.
He didn't smoke cigars when he was in his younger years, but someone saw a photo of him after a battle with a cigar, and then he got flooded with gifts of cigars to the tune of about 10,000. He couldn't give them all away, so he started smoking cigars, and he was up to about 20 or more a day after a short period of time.
That's unbelievable. Did he die from that?
I don't think he did die from it. In fact, I'm almost positive he did.
No, I don't think he did. Well, yeah, U.S. Grant, very nice, but my guy, you know him.
Yeah.
We've talked about him.
For
Stormin' Norman Cota. Stormin' Norman was a general, major general for the U.S. American Army.
Right.
Going into D-Day. And when we were storming Omaha Beach, all our kids, 18-year-old kids, they were quivering behind some metal pipes and so forth on the beach. Yeah. And they didn't quite know where to go, and this was after they were getting pelted for a little more than an hour.
Right.
Stormin' Norman came off one of those little boats, they pull out.
Yeah.
Cigar in his mouth. Cigar right in his mouth. Started walking around the beach. It was, to hear people describe it, it's unbelievable. Walking around very patiently, very calmly, with a cigar, regrouped his kids, and led the charge up the hill.
Yeah.
This is a general, major general.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done it without a cigar. And by the way, I hear he got his cigars from StogieBoys.com.
That's right.
That's what I hear.
I think you're right about that.
All right.
We're forever grateful to him.
All right, Paulie, time for our quick pick segment.
Yeah.
All right, this is where we go through a series of games and give them our top-notch thoughts. I think we're 100% this year if you look back.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
What do you think? First game, we're going to talk about Philadelphia Eagles at Washington. What are you thinking?
Well, everyone knows our feelings about Philadelphia, but I'm going against that.
Wow.
I think Philadelphia,
There you go.
Vic and LaShawn McCoy and that offense have been putting up very big plays all year long. They're going to figure it out, and they're going to win.
How many games they win?
Well, they haven't. They've only won one.
That's it. No more questions. No more questions. So you have they won one. Washington's won three. They're 3-1. A very strong team, in my opinion. They're a little better than people give them credit for. Put them in line with the Bills. So I'm going to say Washington.
All right.
1-0 me. Next game. Houston at Baltimore. Baltimore's favored by 6.5. What are you thinking?
I think Baltimore is going to cover here. Houston's having a rough time running the ball. They're without Andre Johnson. Baltimore's fresh coming off of a bye, and they are just a strong team. They'll cover.
57 points is what they've given up. That's unbelievable. It's about half of the average team.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
It is.
I think they're one of the top 3 teams, maybe top 2 in the AFC. I believe Baltimore is going to blow them out.
All right.
All right.
How about New Orleans at Tampa? New Orleans is favored by 4.5.
I would put my house on New Orleans to cover that 4.5. I can't believe it's only 4.5 points. Tampa Bay got beat 86-0, I think, something like that, 92-0. To San Francisco. New Orleans, even though the game is in Tampa, New Orleans will beat Tampa Bay mightily.
Yeah, I think New Orleans doubles that point spread. Tampa Bay's 21st ranked offense. They're struggling.
All right. Dallas at New England. New England's favored by 7 at this point. You got your guy there, Sonny Romo.
Yeah, Sonny Romo, Italian, of course.
Here he goes, Columbus Day.
Listen, here's another surprise for you. I think Dallas
You're
is
not
not going to
picking-
win the game, but
you're
they
not picking
will.
Dallas.
They will cover.
They're going to cover 7 points?
Yeah.
New England will cover the 7 points. Twice. How about that?
All right.
All right?
All right. How about Miami at the Jets? Jets favored by 7.5.
Wow.
Monday Night Football.
Snooze fest. Monday night snooze fest, I would call this. Miami, who the hell knows who they're going to put in at quarterback. But I'm going to tell you something.
Dan Marino's coming back.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. And this is off your little thing, your little do factor situation. Miami's going to not only cover, but they're going to beat the Jets. Can you believe it?
Not possible with Miami.
I'm just telling
No
you.
way.
Save the tape.
All right.
All right, that's it for our quick picks.
Okay, Glenn. Time for our underdog pick of the week. This is one of my favorite picks of the week for sure. And we're 4-1 right now, by the way. And we always tell you every week that cigar smokers are underdogs every day of the week. Stogie Boys is an underdog, and everyone loves to root for an underdog. Today we have Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta is favored by 5. And it's being played in Atlanta. What do you think about this game?
Well, I can't believe, first of all, that it's 5 points. I'm going to say Carolina is going to win this game. Carolina has
All right.
thoroughly impressed, I know us and everyone, really. Doesn't seem like they're ever out of a game. They almost came back and beat Chicago a couple weeks ago.
Right.
They kept it within range in New Orleans. New Orleans had to score in the last minute, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it just goes to show you, man, in years to come, Cam Newton and Carolina is going to be pretty tough. Plus, D'Angelo Williams came out of his shell.
Yeah.
And what do you have?
This week, 115 yards for Williams.
Yeah. And you have Atlanta, you know.
Yeah, Atlanta again was favored to be one of the top teams in the NFC, and they've done nothing but disappoint. They can't figure out how to win. Matt Ryan continues to struggle. And another thing about Carolina, they're an easy team to root for sure. They have lost, all of their games that they've lost have been 7 points or less. So
Now, tell the people the true story. You thought Julio Jones, you thought he was Italian. That's why he was initially going to go. You were initially going to go Atlanta, right?
I have him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, just because of that. So we're both saying Carolina. This looks to be like an easy one, folks. Carolina plus the 5, but we both say outright.
Right, outright, yeah.
You know, Paulie, at StogieBoys.com, we love our cigars, love talking football. Of course, we love food, right?
Yeah.
What else do we love?
Good-looking women.
That's right. And here this week, Stogie Girl of the Week is Sydney.
Right.
Good look.
If you know anyone that would like to be a Stogie Girl, they can submit their pictures at StogieGirls.com. And by the way, check out the huge gallery we have of Stogie Girls, StogieGirls.com. All right, Glenn, this is for sure my favorite segment of the week. It's our Stogie Pick of the week. And I happen to be smoking a Diesel, and Diesel is our Stogie Pick of the week. We got a 5-pack this week that's on sale for $19.95, an unbelievable bargain.
You said last week we were going to make some money.
This one's, well, I'm going to have to put it off to possibly next week.
Well,
No promises, though.
well, I think it's because you like Vin Diesel. Is that right?
It may be. It may be. But Diesel is made in Nicaragua. These are terrific smokes, very challenging, strong, full-bodied smokes. Most of them, although this Unlimited D5 is, I would say, a medium to full-bodied cigar. It's got a made in Nicaragua, Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. It's terrific. If you haven't had a Diesel yet, get it. $19.95 for a 5-pack.
Wow.
You like how I did that? Okay, Glenn, that brings week 6 of our Stogie Boys StogieBoys.com Pigskin Preview to a close. It's been great to be with you guys on behalf of Paulie and Glenn here. Don't forget to go to StogieBoys.com/football to join our weekly NFL football pool. It's free to get in. We got big prizes, $5,000 throughout the season.
Yeah, and you get one of these?
You get a t-shirt and a hat as well, in addition to the cigar prizes.
If you just win?
If you win, that's right.
All right, sounds good. We look forward to talking to you next week. Salud.